Loving fearlessly. That's you, Aries Moons. Welcome back to my channel. Hi guys, this is my first moon episode. I'm super excited. If you're new here, my name is Mina and I love to talk about astrology with you. So in order to keep our conversation going, please smash subscribe and like and stay the whole time so we can have more to talk about. So I am very excited to talk about the moon because I am a Cancer moon and it is a huge part of my life and my chart, and it gives me a unique insight to moon signs because my moon is at home in Cancer and I'm very well versed in the world of emotion. I'm going to start by talking about what the moon does in the birth chart. Then we will discuss what an Aries moon needs to feel emotionally balanced. We will then go into how does an Aries moon nurture other people. We will end off on how can an Aries moon nurture itself. So stick around. Alright, let's get into it. What does the moon do in the birth chart? So before we get into that, let's just say the moon is a very powerful planet. It controls the tides. It is a big crucial part on what keeps life on Earth ticking in real life, real space, as in our hearts and our birth charts. It is our emotional center, our hearts on paper. When you print out a birth chart, that moon is your heart on paper and your heart and spirit. It is really the muscle, emotional muscle that holds up your sun and your ascendant so they can do their work being visible in the outside world, because the moon ideally doesn't like to be so visible because the moon is about us. It's the most personalized planet in your birth chart. It really holds the secrets to what you need to feel emotionally cared for, emotionally centered. What are your emotional core personalized needs? That's the moon. So your moon is in Aries. Let's talk about what an Aries moon needs to feel emotionally balanced. First, your Mars ruled planet of war, passion, aggression, fused with cardinal fire, upward moving fire. Cardinal energy is first responder energy. So the number one thing in my observations that an Aries moon needs is independence, emotional independence. An Aries moon does not like to be prodded and dissected because it is the baby of the zodiac, and babies have to, because they can't talk in sentences yet, they will let you know when they need something. They will cry really loud when they're hungry. They will make mean faces when they're upset. They'll smile when they're happy. They'll let you know. There's no mystery behind that. Because there's no mystery, Aries moons don't like to be, messed with in that way. If they need something, they will directly come to you and ask you. And most of the time, they're good taking care of their own emotional needs. It's kind of almost rare when they need outside help. And like I said, if they need that outside help, they have no problem directly asking for that outside help. They need a lot of alone time because, our moon is kind of like, think of it like having an outlet. It needs to be recharged. An actual electrical outlet. It seriously needs to be recharged. For every moon sign, there's a necessity in recharging. And what recharges Aries emotionally, what makes them able to go on about their day, to go on in the next day, is having that alone time. Because Aries is fiercely independent and likes time for their projects and anything that they like to do because it's a very self-focused sign. So that emotional center is very self-focused and needs to be respected in that way for them to hold up whatever their sun sign or ascendant is in their everyday life. They also need the freedom to express emotions authentically as they are. So like for me, I'm a Cancer moon, I'm extremely sensitive, and Aries moon probably could hurt my feelings like a lot, but not out of meanness, but that's just how they emotionally express. Like they need that freedom of authenticity when they're expressing themselves emotionally, and that might come off as abrasive and not so polite, but they kind of need people around them to understand that that's just their emotional language, and they don't really want to be persecuted for it because, our moon is a sensitive spot. Like no matter what sign it's in, we really just need people to accept us for our moon qualities and not try to change us for them. You guys, when you give them this independence and this, you know, extra understanding when you're listening to them, if they're sounding like very aggressive in feeling, that's like you're gaining currency with them, and they will pay you back in a good way. It's like you're banking in hours with them when you're giving them that freedom, and Aries can be generous in that way. If you're giving them space and you're one of those few people who don't make them feel like the world's biggest asshole just for how they rawly emotionally are. You know, they really are the warrior, and warriors the soldiers, and they feel like they can handle themselves, and most of the time they can. So how can you nurture other people, Aries moons? You guys, if you need an Aries moon to do something for you, like if you're needing them, you just have to tell them directly. And that's how an Aries moon shines in nurturing others, because they respect directness. And if you directly ask for something, like let's just say you are sad and you need someone to hug you, if you just directly ask them for that, most of the time they will respect that directness and they will do whatever it is you need and nurture wise, as long as you're giving them that freedom, if you have that currency with them. Another thing about them, because they are the warrior, they will fiercely love you if you're one of those awesome people that gives them that independence that they need emotionally, and they will love you with a fiery passion in that way. How can you nurture yourself, Aries moon? You can nurture yourself by renewing yourselves emotionally with newness. Always keep an element of something new in your life, because your moon is springtime. Aries is associated with springtime, when everything's blooming and coming to fruition in life. So make sure that you are engaging in these independent new challenges. Anything new is going to emotionally renew your spirit, as is being around youthful energy, because Aries doesn't like old anything. So surround yourself with youthfulness, whether that's going to the park and playing sports, any environment with youthful energy. And when you're using your physical bodies, it's going to do you a lot of good. Which leads me to say that all Aries Mooners need to be well acquainted with what Mars is doing in their charts, because Mars is the ruler of your moon. So to understand your Aries moon with more detail, you definitely need to look at those Mars aspects and what house and everything. You guys, I hope you really liked this video, and I'm excited to keep on doing more moon videos. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any quotes, if there's any songs that you think represents the Aries moon. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Mina telling you bye.